doing right now, what you're seeing is us setting up the studio. We're gonna get you some goodies right now. So, guys, we're also setting up the studio because we had a bit of a delay today. Don't worry, we're on point. That's what's up. Grand Rising and welcome to Breakfast with the Thomases.
Welcome, Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Good to have you here.
Oh, the music is actually on. Wow. We can hear it. That's so sucky.
Yes,
All
it
right.
is.
Okay, with that being said, I'm going to pause the music and I'm going to say one. Thank you guys for being on with us. Everybody, ladies and gentlemen, no, we don't have guys up in here.
Mm.
Grand Rising and welcome to Breakfast with Thomases. Today is Mental Wellness Monday. And for us, that means so much because it's how you start your week
Yes,
makes
yes,
the
yes.
difference on how it's going to roll. So, what we're going to do today, we like to set you at ease, get you in a place, get you in a space of activity. Okay. So, we're going to give people a chance to, really get up and running. I'm also sharing this out because I want folks in my hood to know how this stuff works.
Yes, yes, yes.
I just learned something last night. And actually, I've been teaching this for a while. I understood the process, but it had never occurred to me. And by the way, my name is Ruby Thomas. I'm Miss Ruby for those who don't know me. All right. This is Mr. Thomas. Mr. Thomas, you want to tell them who you are?
Grand Rising, y'all. What's going on? What's going on? Glad to have you this morning. She says it's Mental Wellness Monday, and let me tell you, Monday's an interesting thing. It is just a funny place to be at, and we're just gonna make it work. It's all gonna work itself out on Monday.
Honey,
Always.
we don't worry about it. So you guys come in, get your friends in, get your families in. I know most people ain't morning people, but y'all gonna have to wake up because this money move in the morning, all right? Money moves in the morning. It don't wait till the evening. All right. Y'all might think that night money is good, but morning money replenishes itself. Let's put it that way.
I like that one.
I had to get my little tongue twister out. All right.
Money,
So with
money.
that, let's go. What's going on, Mr. Thomas?
Oh well, we were looking last night, and I was looking, and I got some surprising news. And I'm trouble saying this name, Abidjan, Nairobi. I think that's what it was. Abidjan, Nairobi. They had a meeting in June of 2025
Okay.
that none of the main media sources decided to put out into the world because they didn't think it was important.
Now, from what I saw, I can't you saying none of, so you might not want to mention that. It didn't get picked up by a lot of places, but it did get some play in different countries. Why is that important to us? Because see, and I don't know about how many of y'all, but I live in America. You talking about Africa? You talking about somebody else's land? What's important about that to me here in America, as well as those who might be from those places and live here?
Well, one of the things that's important to that is the fact that in the United States, our one export is the U.S. dollar. Our one export is the U.S. dollar and our labor, mainly. Now,
which labor are you talking about? Because we don't ship labor.
No, we don't ship labor.
Y'all know that, right? We don't ship labor. We actually import labor, or we push our business out to others to do the work. I think we don't get to understand really. We too busy in the trump of it all. We need to get our heads out the clouds, bring it down to where our pockets are. Because I don't know about you, but I don't make international budgets, and I'm not out here trying to figure out how the lights gonna stay on. I'm trying to figure out how these lights. Y'all watch out. Y'all hear me? We trying to figure out how these lights. So how, Mr. Thomas, talk to me about how these lights gonna stay on.
Let's keep it.
How does that affect these lights? Come on.
How does it affect these lights? Guess what? When the dollar goes down here, we pay more in inflation. Everything, everywhere we go. Our power supplies, our grocery stores, our money gets affected every time there's a shift in the dollar. Without a doubt. So it never goes backwards.
So let's get the information. I want to make sure we bring everybody in the room. We're about to play a video and share this with you, okay? One, I want to say thank you all for being on. Why did you have to move that?
No, it was a bump.
Woo, Lord. Why those, please be careful, because those who are having trouble, if you're on certain things, please get on our YouTube. We are still live on YouTube and also on Twitch. Enjoy. It is P2G Networks TV. We will always be P2G Networks TV.
Absolutely.
On all media. I just want you guys to know you can see this in any way, but I want you to see this. We've got to start sharing in our community, or we suffer because of our silence. And that is something that we cannot do any longer. You live in the information age, and information will save your life. But a lack of it will take away all of your future stability. So let's get it popping. Guys, Grand Rising, welcome to the show. Welcome to the family conversation, because that's what we do.
We're going to try to keep it in basic English.
I'm going to try to keep it in basic English. I don't know about that one. All right. Cool. Let's go. So this is called, which one? Well, you set it up. What is it called?
It's the Invisible Weapon.
The Invisible Weapon.
June 27th, 2025, Abuja, Nigeria. While the world's attention was somewhere else, something happened that could change how 1.4 billion people move money.
The walls and the borders in Africa must come down.
The future of Africa is here.
Most of you missed it. Western media, Chinese media, Russian media barely covered it. But I guarantee you, Trump noticed it. Because what Africa just launched doesn't compete with Visa card and MasterCard. It bypasses the one thing Washington has used as a weapon for decades. And here is what they're not telling you. Look, most people think money is simple. You swipe a card and somebody gets paid. Done. But here's what's actually happened when you, say in Nairobi, buy something from someone in Lagos, two African countries, right? Your money doesn't just hop across the border. It goes to New York or London through banks you've never heard of. Gets converted into dollars. It's a cut. Sometimes 10, sometimes 20, sometimes 30%. Then maybe eventually arrives in Lagos. The UN has data on this. Intra-African trade is 50% more expensive than the global average. 50%. And that's not a typo. Now, why would that be? Two neighbors trading should be cheaper than trading with someone half around the world, right? Unless the system was never designed for neighbors to trade with each other. And I'm going to show you how exactly Africa just rewired that system. But first, you need to understand the rule they broke. Now, here is the rule nobody talks about. To trade globally, you must first pay tribute to the dollar. Think about it. You are in Zambia, I'm in Cameroon. We both have currencies. But if we want to do business, we can't just exchange them directly. We need a reliable third currency. And for the past 80 years, that currency has been the US dollar. Now, this isn't an accident. In 1944, in Bretton Woods, New Hampshire, the world basically agreed the dollar is king. But here's what makes this brilliant. From Washington's perspective, every time the dollar is used, America gets three things: a piece of every transaction. 2, data. They see who is buying and from who. Because if they don't like you, they can cut you off. Ask Russia, ask Iran and Cuba. This is why Trump and every president before him defends the dollar aggressively. Losing that position, he literally compared it to losing a major world war.
And if we lost the world standard dollar, that would be like losing a war, a major world war. We would not be the same country any longer. We're not going to let that happen.
Now, those are his words, not mine. Now, before I show you what Africa just built, you need to meet the man who is threatening to blow it all up. November 2024, Trump isn't even president yet, and he posts this on Truth Social. We require a commitment from these countries that they will neither create a new BRICS currency nor back any other currency to replace the mighty US dollar, or they will face 100% tariffs and should expect to say goodbye to selling into the wonderful US economy. 100% tariff. That's not a negotiation, that's a threat. And he didn't stop there. By July 2025, he's threatening an additional 10% on anyone who aligns with anti-American BRICS policies.
BRICS was set up to degenerate our dollar. And that's okay if they want to play that game, but I can play that game too. So anybody that's in BRICS is getting a 10% charge.
Here is the thing though, and this is where it gets interesting. Trump thinks he's fighting Brazil, Russia, India, South Africa, but why he's busy threatening them? Someone went quietly around him. June 27, 2025, Abuja, the 32nd Afreximbank annual meetings. They unveiled a card. Just a card. Doesn't sound revolutionary, does it? But this card, PAPS card, does something no African card has ever done before. When you use it in Rwanda to buy something from Nigeria, the transaction never leaves Africa. The money doesn't touch New York, doesn't pass through London. The dollars are never involved. And all those fees get to almost nothing. The system is called the Pan-African Payment and Settlement System, PAPS for short. And PAPS card is just the visible part. Benedict Orama, the president of the Afreximbank, said something at the launch that stuck with me. He said, and I'm paraphrasing, for too long, Africa's reliance on external system has just increased cost. It's compromised control over our financial data. Control. That's the word that probably made someone in Washington pay attention. Now, let me make this real for you. There is a woman, let's call her Amina. She runs a small textile business in Kigali, Rwanda. She sources fabric from Ghana, sells finished products in Kenya and Tanzania. Under the old system, every single transaction is a nightmare. She has to convert Rwandan francs to dollars, then dollars to Ghanaian cedis. Another conversion for Kenya. The fees alone, it's 15 to 20% of her margins. And the transfers, they can take 3 to 5 days. 3 to 5 days for money to move between African countries. Now with the PAPS card and PAPS, she swipes. The money moves in real time, converted automatically, under 3% in fees. Done. That's not just convenience for small businesses like hers, and there are millions of them across Africa. That's the difference between surviving and thriving. Micro, small, and medium-sized enterprises represent 80% of businesses in COMESA countries. 80%, and they employ over 60% of the people. And up until now, we have been locked out of regional trade because the cost was too high. PAPS card doesn't just save money, it does something more. It opens the market. Now, here's where it gets interesting. October 9, 2025, Nairobi, Kenya. Just 4 months after PAPS card launched, COMESA, that is the common market for Eastern and Southern Africa, drop a bombshell. They launch a digital retail payment platform. Same idea, 21 member countries, trade in local currencies, no dollar required. They are starting with a pilot between Malawi and Zambia, but the plan, all 21 countries, over 640 million people. Transaction cost, and I want you to hear this number, under 3%. 3%. Compare that to the 10 to 30% some traders are paying now through the old system. Now, Kenya's Trade Minister Lee Kinyanjui called it a game changer, and Kenya's President William Ruto, he just took over as chair of COMESA. And one of his first moves was to inject $100 million into the Trade and Development Bank and another $50 million into Afrexim Bank. Now, that's not symbolic money. That's serious commitment. And you know what that reminds me of? There is an old Swahili proverb, Habana haba, ujaza kibaba. Little by little fills the measure. That's exactly what's happening here. These aren't dramatic announcements designed to provoke Washington. These are quiet, technical infrastructure projects, boring stuff, payment rails, currency settlement systems. But piece by piece, they are building an alternative. Okay, step back with me for a second. Let's look at what's really happening here. You've got PAPS, 19 countries, 150 banks. You've got COMESA's platform, 21 countries starting trials. You've got REPS, that's the regional payment and settlement system operating in parts of Eastern and Southern Africa. You have got IPS, East African Payment System. Now, these aren't competing with each other. They are designed to work together. PAPS is the backbone, the continental settlement layer. The regional systems plug into it. It's a network of networks. And here is the crucial part. This isn't about replacing the dollar everywhere. This is about reducing dependence for intra-African trade. Think of it like building roads. For decades, if you wanted to drive from one African country to another, you basically had to route through Paris or New York. Now they are building highways that connect each directly. The dollar is still there, but for African to African businesses, you don't need to make that detour anymore. You see, the Afrexim Bank estimates this system could save $5 billion annually for the continent. And that's a billion with a B. Money that was leaving Africa in fees that now stays on the continent. Now you remember Trump's threat? 100% tariff on anyone who abandons the dollar. Another 10% for countries aligning with anti-American BRICS policies. So here is the question. Is Africa with PAPS and COMESA challenging the dollar? Technically, no. They are not creating a new currency. They are not directly replacing the dollar for global trade. They are just making it optional for regional trade. But practically, when Nigerian banks stop routing through New York for Kenyan transactions, when Egyptian exporters settle with Ethiopian importers in local currencies, when millions of daily trades that used to involve dollar conversions now don't, the dollar loses a little bit of its grip, not dramatically, not overnight, but incrementally. And here is what makes this tricky for Washington. How do you threaten countries for fixing their own infrastructure? PAPS and COMESA's platform aren't attacks on America. They are solutions to real African problems. Intra-African trade is too expensive. If Trump follows through with those tariffs, he's essentially penalizing African countries for making trade more efficient, which doesn't look great geopolitically. But if he does nothing, he watches as more countries decide they don't need to route everything through dollar-based systems. And that's not just Africa. China got CIPS. Russia's got SPFS. Asian countries are experimenting with local currency settlements. A report from the Peterson Institute for International Economics estimated that if Trump actually implements those 100% tariffs, the US economy takes a bigger hit than most of the BRICS countries. The weapon hurts the welder. Now, let me be clear about something because I'm not here to tell you a fairy tale. PAPS and COMESA's platform face real challenges. 1. Infrastructure. Many African countries, especially rural areas, don't have the digital infrastructure for modern payment systems. Internet connectivity is patchy in some areas. Power supply is unreliable. 2. Cybersecurity. Now, processing financial data locally means African institutions have to protect that data. And cyber attacks on financial systems are sophisticated and constant. 3. Competition. Visa and MasterCard didn't build their empires by giving up easily. They could lower fees and build African-specific products, basically undercut the new systems. And 4, this is the big one, governance. Who controls PAPS? How transparent is it? What safeguards exist against political interference? Because the whole point of financial systems is trust. If traders don't trust PAPS or COMESA's platform as much as they trust the dollar-based system, even with its flaws, they won't switch. Some analysts, particularly in the West, argue that African currencies are too volatile and illiquid for this to work at scale. That the dollar dominates because it's stable, not because of some conspiracy. And you know what? That's a fair point. Volatility is real. Foreign exchange risk is real. But here is the counter. PAPS addresses that by settling in real time and netting transactions at the central bank level. It's not replacing the dollar for everything, just for African trade where both sides wants to use local currencies. And the question isn't really whether the system is perfect. It is whether it's better than what existed before. And for a lot of African traders, the answer is yes. So, why does this matter beyond African trade, beyond PAPS, beyond Trump's threats? Why should you care about payment rails? Because this is about power. And power in the 21st century isn't just military, it's financial. The country that controls the payment rails controls the flow of information. They see who's trading with whom, what's being bought, where money's going. And that's intelligence. They control enforcement. If they don't like what you're doing, they flip the switch. No access, that's sanctions. And they collect rent. Every transaction, a small fee. Multiply that by trillions of dollars moving daily, and you are talking about real money. For the past 80 years, America has had that power. The dollar is used in about 59% of global foreign exchange reserves. It's the currency for oil, for commodities, for most international trade. But what Africa is doing, what BRICS is doing, what China is doing with the yuan, is building alternatives, not replacements, alternatives. So the world isn't abandoning the dollar, it's buying insurance, it's diversifying, building systems so that if Washington decides to weaponize the dollar, and they have, against Russia, against Iran, against others, countries have options. And from Washington's perspective, that's terrifying. Because the dominance of the dollar has been the foundation of America's power since World War II. And losing that, Trump wasn't exaggerating when he compared to it as losing a major war. But here is the paradox. The more aggressively the US defends the dollar with threats and tariffs, the more countries feel they need those alternatives. It's like shouting, "Don't leave," while pushing someone towards the door. So here is where we are, and here is what we don't know yet. Will PAPS and PAPSCAT scale? Getting 19 countries connected is one thing. Making it work for 54 African Union members is another. Will the system handle the volume? PAPS processed about $1.98 trillion in instant payments in 2024 across Africa. Now, that's impressive, but can it maintain reliability as volume increases? And how will Visa and MasterCard respond? They are not just going to watch market share disappear. Do they compete or do they try to partner? And the big one, what does Trump actually do? Does he follow through with those tariff threats? Does he target specific countries? Does he back down? Because here's what's fascinating and slightly absurd. Egypt is in both COMESA and PAPS. Egypt is also technically in BRICS now. So does Egypt get hit with tariffs for being in COMESA's payment platform? For using PAPS, the policy hasn't caught up with reality. And that's the thing about infrastructure. It's boring. Payment rails, currency settlement systems, snooze fest for most people. But while everyone is focused on the loud threats and the big speeches, someone's quietly building the pipes that will matter for the next 50 years. Now, look, here is what I want you to take from this. We are watching something historically significant happen in real time, and most people will miss it because it's not dramatic. There is no war, no revolution, just a card, just a payment platform. But empires aren't usually toppled by armies anymore. They are undermined by alternatives, by people directly deciding they won't need the old system as much as they thought they did. For Africans specifically, whether you are in business, in tech, in finance, this is your moment to pay attention. PAPS isn't just saving fees, it's building financial infrastructure for the African Free Continental Trade Area. It's making continental trade practical. If you run a business that trades across borders, talk to your bank about PAPS. Seriously, ask if they are connected. Ask about transaction cost compared to what you are paying now. If you are in tech or fintech, there are going to be massive opportunities building on top of these rails, APIs, applications, services. And for everyone watching, African or not, understand that the financial world is being rewired. The dollar's dominance was never permanent. It was circumstantial, and circumstances change. Now, there is another proverb, and this one is Ghanaian. Wisdom is like a baobab tree. No one individual can embrace it. Africa's financial sovereignty won't come from one country, one bank, or one system. It will come from all of them, slowly connecting, each small link adding to the larger network. So watch this space, because the next time you hear about African payments or BRICS currencies or Trump threatening tariffs, you will know what's really happening beneath the surface. And hey, if you found this useful, if you actually learned something, drop a comment. Tell me what angle surprised you. Tell me if you think Trump follows through on those threats. Tell me if you're using PAPS already, or if you would like to use it. Because this isn't just about talking at you. This is a conversation. And I want to know what you are seeing from where you sit. I'm Osogwe Idris. You're watching Africa Today, and this is the Strategic Lens. I'll see you in my next investigation. Bye.
Okay, we can't be heard. I'm sorry, I got really excited. Okay.
Look,
oh my
look.
gosh. Oh
Let
my
me
gosh.
tell
Grand
you.
Rising, was that phenomenal?
There's
Was
a-
that powerful?
That is a reality check for
We told you they
yourself.
are we are everybody's not caught up in the and this is why we bring people to Breakfast with the Thomases. Everybody's not caught up in the distraction. There are people moving behind the scenes while everyone is being distracted to watch the Trump show. Guys, I keep telling you, all that matters is how to keep the lights on in your place.
That's it.
It's your place that matters, where you live, where you're at. And so Africa said, we have problems because we gave responsibility for our money to another country, and they charge us
10, 20,
No.
30%.
That's 30 cents on every dollar, y'all. I want you to imagine going shopping and someone going, oh, you spent $100 bill. Your taxes were $30. Your taxes were $30 on that $100 bill. I want you to own that.
I got one better for you, and I thought it was funny when I heard it. We were watching the video, and they said you can't trade with your neighbors because it's almost twice the price.
So yeah, exactly.
Twice the price.
So for them to trade directly, they literally had to
go around the world.
And I'm going to share with you, that's our system. They call it the SWIFT. It's the SWIFT system. These are what we call houses, clearing houses. The dollar bill goes through a system of clearing houses that hit New York, Paris, and a couple of other locations before it comes back to you. That's why we've been teaching people how to build cryptocurrency, gold, silver. We've been teaching y'all how to have alternatives outside the system because the world is waking up. They waking up to the game, and they ain't putting up with it. They're not fighting with tap. They're sending their representatives up front to be on camera while they in the background with all the little geniuses with the tech, putting the new system together that's been working for over a year. It's been up since 2024. This ain't new.
And here in America, they realize people are getting hip to the game. They realize that the dollar's been weaponized at least 3 times, and a couple of them who they went after.
Please define the word.
The word weaponized?
Weaponized. Because people don't understand.
Okay, okay. They take the dollars that you have. You've entrusted the dollar as the form of trade. You don't play nice with this country. They tell you, guess what? Your bank accounts are now seized. Your transaction ability.
They stop your money.
You can't even go through the central bank because all central bank is operated in the U.S. currency.
Come on now.
Your country is actually isolated.
Exactly.
So there's nothing.
Now with that, I want you to think about with that. We've been talking to y'all about a program called CBDCs.
Yes.
We've been talking to y'all about the fact that they've already put the infrastructure in for CBDCs. That's how it works. So I got to ask you a question. You think that the schoolyard bully that can't get to the certain kids in this area aren't going to come home and start bullying at home? So once the world is not responding to the bully, who do you think they're going to bully next?
They're going home.
They're coming home.
Because they realize you got to keep the nonsense up.
They need control. There's no control. First, since they couldn't keep control over the world because the world is like, nah, we're not feeling that. We got other alternatives. We doing business with each other. Y'all want to play that game? We need clarity. There's no transparency. Now, these systems are learning the issues with the current system and they're fixing them.
And trust is a major thing.
That's what we're all here supposed to be doing. Fixing our major problems so that we can move forward in a brighter future. Well, you can't look, I'm a parent, okay? I'm a parent. I have adult children. The relationship with your adult children should escalate or it should evolve. It should not still be the same relationship you had when they were little kids. But some parents, and then we're looking at this worldwide, if America was smart, instead of being a long-term bully and creating those negative, thinking that this bullying is going to create a loyalty and connection, we would be creating a symbiotic path. But the problem is we don't have symbiotic path growing in home because we've been taught to teach the kids to fight amongst each other. We think that the parent keeps thinking that keeping people in the dark and fighting amongst each other is going to make sure that they have control. You know what the problem is? Some of the kids get hip and decide to, and I hate to say this, but excommunicate the parents.
which is crazy.
You think because you're American that you American that you can't excommunicate those parents? Baby, you don't even begin to know what the level of rights you actually hold are.
True statement.
You don't know what rights you don't have or why. The reason P2G exists is for that very reason. Your freedoms are something that you take advantage of because you don't know what's written on paper. You think that, hey, I'm free, I'm American. How's she gonna be promoting other systems? Boy, you better wake up. Girl, you better open your eyes.
Systems are what run every place and everywhere. Something has to work for it to run. And here we operate on a trust system.
Well, that's the money. My question is how's the
power? But your home
work?
should work that way as well.
Yeah. Now I'm going to ask a question. While everybody else has a system going on, what is yours? What is your system of generational wealth that continues to keep your name, your blood, and your heritage in place when you stop breathing? Let's not even go past your breathing. For the next 10 years, are you set? Are you safe? And what makes you know that? You know, man, people, I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing about you, but I do know one thing. If you are watching this thing, are you close by? Are you hearing my voice?
Ask yourself the question.
Somebody, somewhere, got a plan for you. I know this because I was on the plan, y'all. I'm telling you right now, we're walking out of darkness and into a light that we ain't really happy what we're seeing.
Yeah.
We're not really happy because the facade is coming down around us and we don't know what to do with it. And she talking. Let me explain something to y'all. I don't talk, I walk. I want to say something because we got to give, look, I got straight up, I'm going to be honest. I'm doing shameless plugs everywhere. We are excited about what we've been up to.
Tell them, girl, tell them.
Look, I've been teaching digital financial literacy for the last 5 straight years, trying to help people come through this pandemic, not even unscathed, but in the best position that you can. But guess what? We went from teaching for free. We organized our business to make sure that we could keep things going. Because I can't pay for your education.
No.
But you can with time. You got to pay attention. You got to come together, join the community. You can't get the benefits if you ain't putting in the work. You know, I got a lot of folks that be watching me. Oh, how you doing, Miss Lady? I'm not giving you a damn thing. Come to class. We are not playing the broke game. Don't bring your baby to me when you stay starving. When I told you months before, sit your tail down, shift what you're doing, and it don't take no time, and we break it down for you. Don't come to me when you finally hit the point where you've been paying bills so long and what about that thing you was talking about? Now that that the sheriff is at your door, that is the wrong time to start building your financial arsenal.
Look, your arsenal should have been built a long time ago.
No, we're not doing shoulda. I'm not here to poo-poo you on what didn't happen.
This is not a poo-poo thing.
Listen to what I'm saying. You got to start. This is the thing. I'm the coach. I do the coaching in the platform. I'm one of the coaches. I'm not the only coach, and I'm loving that I have coaches. And I'm learning from my coaches that we got to start building the new mindset to understand that the world don't exist around what you see. It's bigger. So you got to get out there. You got to get new information. You got to connect to people. If the folks that's close to you ain't helping you elevate, you need to go meet new people. You know what the funny thing is? I remember the statement came from a group of people I used to be around a lot of artists. I've always thought that artists could be some great business people. Right? No, I'm just saying, I think they would do great in business.
Because they're inventive.
I discovered they're not great in business. They're great at art. Everybody has a piece to play. You know what I'm saying? When we do it right, we can be powerful. But everybody's got to learn to play their position strong and respect the position of others. So you got the benefit, right? Let's talk about
Makes sense.
My artist friend, she was realizing she was struggling. She was like, damn, seems like it's getting hard out here. Now, mind you, I'm always talking to them about, incorporating marketing, the whole nine, getting the video. Let's come together. Let's do it, right? All right. Because that's who I am. So straight up, I started my first talk show out of that. First talk show ever out of that. Go back in the history for P2G. I ain't kidding. Go to El Ruby's Talking Stuff. You'll see. Been doing these over 10, 20 years. Been it since YouTube came up and let us do it free. Baby, let me tell you something. That woman discovered one thing. She said, I got to get a better group of friends. Wow. What? Yo, she discovered she was hanging around with broke folk wondering why she broke. Well, I left that group immediately because there was no problem because I discovered she was right. I didn't leave them. Like I said, you don't got to leave people. You ain't got to stop caring for people. You got to cut them off. But baby, you got to grow beyond. You got to be the one. You can't be waiting for somebody in your family to come up. How many of y'all still waiting for the lottery ticket to come to hit it? How many of y'all wondering if y'all going to get that Publishers Clearinghouse?
Does that even exist?
I don't know. I don't care. Some people want HGTV to come in and change their house like life. My question is what if you could just do it yourself?
What if you were it?
What if you were always it? But you never knew that because no one told you because everybody's dreaming around you. Stop dreaming. I'm going to tell you something that I woke up this morning and I got 2 messages. One was, get some Bitcoin now. Came to me. Came right to my social media right here. Get some Bitcoin now. Why they going to do that? Why would anybody get some Bitcoin who doesn't understand about crypto? Because you don't understand about how the money works and how the world is going. What he's talking about in that video is so prominent to us. We want to just share with you guys. We got sponsored. Our program got sponsored for 20 seats to be literally free to the individual. Not only that, this is an opportunity, the opportunity that came with it.
Yep.
Y'all see this? That's a real 7-day cruise in March for 7 days to take you and possibly 2 loved ones.
And it's funny.
And the only thing, before you say it's funny,
okay,
because ain't nothing funny about this, you can't even win a cruise by educating yourself in financial literacy. My program is the qualifier for that. And it just got sponsored, so it's free. But I got people telling me they'd rather pay somebody else and they're not getting it. They're not benefiting. They still don't get it. I put out to them same people who've been paying. Free program. We walk you through the process. Everything that you're learning, we assure that you get. It's a 12-week program. You know what the problem is?
What's the problem?
Your belief system. You believe, so you do what you believe. You feeling, you trying to help somebody out. Do you believe that you deserve everything that you do, which you put your hand and your heart to?
Yes.
I want to know how many people out there, y'all got all kinds of ways to reach out to me because I'm going to be looking at these things. Do you believe that you can have anything you put your hand and heart to?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Come on.
Well, I got, you know what? It took a lot because I actually had to put people in place. We had a waiting list. And after orientation day, my waiting list got to fill up a spot because people disqualified themselves before they even got started.
Now, what's crazy about that, and I got to say this because I watched you get on the phone with these people, talk to them, explain to them.
And I don't beg you.
No, there was no begging. But you explained to them what you would get with this program, how it would enhance what they're looking to do. And when you ask them what did they want, some of them couldn't answer that question.
Now, my question is y'all ever anybody enroll in some program or something that had like several weeks to do or several months to do, and you don't know what's going to happen in a few months or several months. You still got your job, you're still in school, but you want to get this program. College, whatever, right? And most of y'all have to pay for it. It's coming out of pocket because it's important to you. What we teach is digital financial literacy. I take you from the ground of what the hell is money because you don't even know what it is. Most of y'all are suffering because you don't know how to manage it. We teach you how to manage finances, but from understanding every bit of it. The technology, hands-on. You know what I'm saying? We have study halls. Got it? We have online trainings. People have replays. There's replays. We're building modules for learning. So you don't just have replays, you have actual modules to go in and go, hey, does this work? Blah, blah, blah. Checking yourself out, seeing what your skill set is. Oh, even more. Guys, I've been holding this back for about a minute. We have labs. We have real labs where we move real money.
Yes.
Yeah, we do.
And
not your money.
We've tested it. It's been tested.
Yes. Guys, let me tell you something. We're not here to talk about look at us. We're here to tell you about look what we can do if we get together new information. It's time to step up. If you're struggling out there and you got jobs and all kinds of stuff and no guarantee, if you stop working, they fire you today.
What are your options?
They fire you today. That was my second message. My second message that came. I wish that I would have queued it up. But guys, I sent out a video to several people about a manager who said, I did what I was supposed to. I had to fire this young lady, but I immediately regretted it afterwards. Now, he followed all protocol in the company. By 3 strikes, you're out. They got to keep the line moving. If you late, 3 strikes, you out. This young lady who had always been on point started coming in late, disheveled, and this was her final call. He said he had to check her on the second one. I can't save your job. I can't play favorites. She never said what was going down. So the third time came in, she said 12 minutes late. Okay? And he said, I had to fire her. It was the hardest thing because she wasn't one of the ones that talk in the break room. She came in, did her job, and she left. And when she left, a couple of guys in the market was out there talking about, hey, you ain't seen this one. And this one just basically disappeared. And he said, oh, yeah, but with the kids, he said she got fired. One of the guys said she got fired. He said, oh, man, that's messed up. And with the kids, he said the kids. Yeah, she apparently got evicted because the landlord sold the building and it was going to be demolished. She could not afford the down payment, so she'd been living in the car with her kids. Wow. Couldn't go to a shelter because they were 6 months in a wait. This man went looking for her.
6 months.
He went checking to find out different places. She was looking for her, finally found her in a Walmart by accident when he was trying to get a GPS going. Her car was in the Walmart. She in the car shivering with her kids under piles of blankets. My dear, that man took himself $300, took her to a hotel, said, get a couple of nights in. She said, I can't bring back this because I don't have any gas. That's why they're in the car. The weather went down to 8.
Jesus.
And she's trying to keep her family warm. She ain't got no gas. She can't even turn the car on. He found her, thank God, after 3 days. Can you imagine if that didn't happen? Now, I speak to this because his message afterwards was the most important thing. We got to remember that, yes, it is, while we have to meet these points. By the way, he brought her back to work. And he established an employee support program because their strong program could have killed a family just trying to make it. A really good worker, too. Somebody who was loyal and committed, straight shooter with purpose. But one thing went wrong and she lost everything and the job was not there for her because of their policy. So they realized policies. Guys, how many companies are doing this?
They've been doing this for years.
How many people are out there in those cars in the cold right now? That's why I do what I do. We teach you the foundation of finances so you never have to worry about those days. We teach you how to protect your finances. The system is falling apart. These damn companies about to go straight strong arm on your jobs. And they don't care. They don't have to care. It's only the bottom line for them. Your heartbeat is not on their pay scale.
And I want people in New York to really understand, one of the biggest things that is coming back, right to hire is coming back to New York. whether you realize
Do you
it.
know what right to hire means? Is that a belief or is that something that you have information to follow up
You
on?
can actually check it when they switch over
Thank
to the
you.
new system.
Thank you. Which system are we talking about?
The new system of the corporations running how people get hired and fired and how the finances work and the CBDs turn on and off and all the social networking stuff, they can hire and fire at will.
Well, that's the system of control we've been telling you. Guys, CBDCs
Hire and
are,
fire
you
at
can,
will.
it's not just the money. It's corporate control. It's
Yep.
You don't vote a certain way, we don't pay you. Oh, we pay you, but you can't use the money.
Yep.
Guys, the world is changing. And if you haven't secured something outside the system, it's going to be a problem. Now, our current cohort is full. I'll let you know right now. I think I have 2 more people I have to enroll. See, we had a waiting list. I'm trying to let folks know when people said no to the opportunity, they gave away a seat that's so precious. They don't even know what they gave away. I have folks that I care about and I love. I cannot help them. What I did open was my schedule for one-on-ones. They're not expensive. I'm letting y'all know right now, they're not expensive, but they're scarce because I have to run this cohort. I am looking, P2G has always been a each one teach one platform, pay it forward.
Yep.
We have had to be, because what we do is so intricate to the whole system of this new economy. What we do is teach people the foundation of onboarding the new system so you don't get lost, pay out of the wazoo to be controlled by somebody, and you don't get caught up in scams. Our system trains people for that. Our system makes sure that you understand all the advanced stuff that you're seeing, that you know where the opportunities are, and you can get in it and enjoy it.
You know what I like about how P2G works? We are literally a
I'm
funnel.
sorry, I gotta drink water.
No, P2G is literally a funnel. We take all that outside stuff, bring it to a head, and make it make sense on a level that everyone can, get it. Even me, and I talk.
But we're not the end of the line.
We're not. We're the funnel that brings you to the other side. We're the leg that you need to move on to the next level.
We
So
bring
the
you to a community. It's not just us. Everybody's always talking about, look at my program, look at me, this is who we are. And then they get upset because somebody else is doing something similar. I don't have that problem. I don't do it all. I prepare you for those programs. I prepare you for being able to say yes or no and not regret it. I'm going to be honest. If someone prepared me to hear about Bitcoin when I first heard about it, I'd be a happy camper because I would have seriously had some Bitcoin.
And we all have a Bitcoin
back
story.
in the day. We all have some Bitcoin story. And the one thing that had always been missing, every time I hear someone's story, all I think is, come to class. You'll never regret a thing again. We teach you how to learn this process. We teach you how to navigate the digital world because it's so vast, so wide, and it's always changing. So we can't do this by ourselves. We have partnerships with other companies. One of the biggest companies that had just recently partnered with us is
Brotherly Love.
The Brotherly Love program in Harlem. Now they're actually in national. They have several programs around the United States, but the hub is Harlem. And for me, I'm really excited. Brotherly Love Inc. has been doing some amazing things, amazing work, and that's what made me want to become a part of the network and to bring them into our network. Not just for the rewards and the education, but I'm sorry, not for just the rewards and the fun stuff, but the fact that you can learn this information and then reward yourself with something as big as a cruise. Then to have the same organization do something like this. We get ready to get it popping this weekend. All right, on the 19th, if you are in the New York area, up in Harlem, in the Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, Staten Island, come in and enjoy with us. Brotherly Love is doing an amazing holiday party, and they're partnering with Dream Center Harlem.
That is awesome.
We are going to spend an entire 2 hours, because God knows we'll be running it from the day, bringing it in, having amazing household products. Okay, this is what you're going to do. You're going to donate household products, and you get in free. Otherwise, you just pay $10 at the door. This is a donation. These are all nonprofits. You donate $10 at the door or bring a household product. We are donating these for the benefit of the LGBTQ donations for the residents living at the Homewood, New York, Central Harlem, Homewood, New York, West Harlem, and Faces, New York. These are organizations that literally care for the people most of y'all don't care for. And y'all don't realize they're people. Going back to this woman's job, y'all. That man had to realize he didn't fire a 12-minute absence. He fired a woman struggling to take care of her babies, going through the worst time in her life, trying to keep her job. So when he told her, you're going to keep that uniform and you're going to show back up to work as soon as you can. He didn't say, you coming back tomorrow. He said, I'm going to help her. And I'm going to help people like her. Because how many people you think that man fired not knowing this story?
And that isn't an unusual thing because that does happen everywhere. There are people right now who go to work every day who live out of their car because where they live, something happened. They couldn't afford it anymore. You know, they couldn't.
We all got a story.
We all got a story.
We all got a story.
But we all have an opportunity to change it if you listen.
Not only that, I want you to realize that how many of y'all need to clean the damn house out anyway? That's the question. How many of y'all? Look, I'm right now looking around my home. That? I ain't gonna lie. I'm looking around my home. I'm just taking stuff to clean up the house. I'm letting y'all know. Anybody need an appliance to donate or so a household to donate? I'll let you know now. We got a few. Come on over. All right. The bottom line is come on out to Dream Center. As a matter of fact, let's give you that address. Basically, you're going to be at the Dream Center in Harlem. Got to get the address up. Where is it?
But before y'all forget, I want you guys, you know, holiday, we always have that one thing that we do. If you got that ugly sweater that one of your friends gave you.
Oh my God.
And you know you wouldn't wear it anywhere else, crack it out. Crack it out.
Make sure you come out and come see ours because we got the ugly sweaters as well.
And I got some ugly ones in my closet that I got to pull out the bag.
It better not be any of the ones I said. Look, y'all, we coming to have fun. It's not all about the stress of what's happening in the world. We've got to come together. And for those who are at a distance who have been showing us love, come on. We are going to do a live stream. I'm definitely live streaming to YouTube, Twitch, and the same streams you're on now. You'll be able to see it. We will be there I'll be there from 5 o'clock because we got to set the place up. But honey, I ain't gonna lie. We have a good time because we're dealing with family. You can donate. I'm gonna put down so y'all can see his logo. You can donate to his organization to help him help others, spread love to those who are in need. His focus was just young boys, and then he discovered boys who are dealing with the system, who are maybe in shelters right now, coming off the street. But you want to hear something? He discovered that boys belong to families, don't they?
Yes, they do.
When a family struggles, when a mother struggles, her children go through it. When a father struggles, his family goes through it. So we extended it. He extended it, and we extended our hand. So our program is fully funded until March. And you can win an amazing trip to the Bahamas just by learning. Some people like to earn things, like to work to a goal. No problem. Because sometimes money just ain't it. You know what I'm saying? Money ain't it for you. Some people just want a new skill. They want to feel safe and feel secure. And I'm with you. But I'll definitely challenge you to earn this Baltimore cruise. And yes, we get you there. You don't have to. We got a bus. And like it says, the bus departs New York at 9 a.m.
Sharp.
We board at 2 p.m. We'll get there. We'll be there in plenty enough time. The Thomases will be on the cruise. And if depending on the networking, we will be running the Breakfast with the Thomases show. Child, all it is networking. And with that, we want to show you guys some love. We want to thank you for showing us love. We have Menacence and Brother Black Casper in the house. We got some folks over here. Carlton Beckford. How you doing, baby? Good to see you. Loving the house. I got Antoine. How you doing? Antoine X Bills. I have my Miss Sabrina Schwartz is in the house with us. Man, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, we are multi-streaming right now for a reason. Because this information, what we putting out, whether you in Harlem, you not, if you know people who out here in the
Yeah.
Bronx, tell them come to the Dream Center. I mean it.
On
We
the
want to meet
19th.
them on the 19th. And if you need us to get you a flyer to get to them, not a problem. Come to P2G Networks on pretty much every platform, but it'll also be up on the website in approximately 20 minutes. Okay.
Yep.
I will be posting this is a new flyer for me. So the new flyer will be up. For those who really want to get started with cryptocurrency and you really are concerned, y'all book my one-on-one. Get my one-on-one schedule, because what'll happen is this. You'll change your life. A conversation. My one-on-ones are 30-minute conversations to start you in the right direction. If you want the training, not a problem. Just book a session. My sessions are 3 days. When you're one-on-one, it's 3 days. So get in touch. Let's keep together. This economy ain't changed. It's not going backwards.
No.
It's not. We're not going back to the good old days. So sorry. Social. What is it? Our social. What was it? The civil rights movement is over. Y'all know that, right? The civil rights movement is over. We are on to the next. What's the movement now, my darlings? It's legacy. You ain't got no choice. If you ain't building a legacy, you are not doing anything. And I hate to say it that way, but we got to face reality. I'm not your mama, but I'm going to love you like an auntie. Like one that tells the truth. You understand me? I'm going to tell you right now, I will not let you miss your power through this lifestyle. So if you ever meet me, your heart don't ever stop beating before I have told you what your power is. And we have identified that which makes you great. Because, baby, ain't nothing but new information missing. You already got everything you needed. So with that, we got to hop off because it's Monday. We got to get to work. I got students coming on. If you would like to be a new student, let me know. We have, like I said, if I'm lucky this we fulfilled the last 2 seats.
Okay, before we got to say this.
Yes, my dear.
If you didn't get into this cohort,
yes,
we're coming back in April. This one ends in March. Get on our list. Sign up to be a member.
Pre-list.
And say you want to be a part of the next one.
Yes. I have people who had to say that they just doing too much with their life and they can't take the time. I'm telling you right now, put yourself on the April list, because the next classes are coming out in April, and we're working on the budget for that right now. We're working on trying to make sure you guys get that budget for April as well. I ain't playing.
And we're getting bigger.
Yes, we're getting much bigger. I need new art. I need y'all to get in here so y'all can become my apprentice and teach this with me. Because, baby, this is legacy. We're not building a house of cards. Got me? These are some bricks and they're all built in gold. I ain't playing.
Foundation, foundation, foundation.
That's right. So whatever platform that you on, I love you. Remember, this is your Monday. It starts your week and it's your life. So get it popping how you want to. And don't forget, let's start the party, y'all.
Thank you for being at Mental Wellness Monday.
We love you.
With Breakfast with the Thomases.
Peace and love, and y'all take care of each other.
All
right. Go ahead and click on me. I got you. Go ahead, Carlton. Make sure you click on me. I see your message, baby. Let's do it. I'm down for that. Anyone here can always contact me. I answer my texts, and especially if you're on Facebook with me. Get on Facebook with me, and you're going to get a response back. All the other platforms, I'm still learning. Some of y'all are going to get a response back.
If she don't get you, I answer.
He does. I'll see you soon, and I love you so much. Peace and love from the Thomases.